right, welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Mets and the Detroit Tigers. All right, first pitch coming up. And getting to start, Spencer Turnbull. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Yeah, this guy's been real stingy, man, not allowing guys to play the game, just keeping them at home plate. I mean, just ridiculous, sub-1 whip. I mean, he's dominating hitters, and a guy like this on the mound, one of the elite starters in the game right now.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2. Chopper right side. Throw on to Torkelson, and a quick out, number 1. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Jeff McNeil.
And Boog, you know he's happy seeing a righty out there on the mound in this one. I mean, over 300 against righties on the year, so definitely you expect him to try to tack on a few more points of batting average with a couple of hits. Should be a good matchup for him in this one.
Luis Guillorme stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Inside corner for a strike. Got him swinging.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still laid on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
The wind of the pitch. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Didn't recognize off-speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
On the ground to short. Zips it across, and the inning is over. Back here in Detroit, and on the hill, Kodai Senga. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Foul off the plate, they'll do it again. And the pitch. Good job to fight that one off. The 1-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Nasty fork ball for strike 3. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Jake Rogers. He went 2 for 4 in Sunday's game. That's a strike. It's 0-1. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Nimmo ranging after it. Pulls it in on the run. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And next to hit for Detroit, Akil Baddoo. He's coming off a 3-hit game in Sunday's series finale. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun.
He's looking pretty sharp to start the ball game. He's got that good fastball working early.
to the right side. Narvaez takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. Make any noise. Scoreless after one. Back here at the ballpark, top of the second, and stepping in for New York, Francisco Alvarez. Turnbull back to work. That's to third, Kreidler. Throw is low, and he can't pick it. Here's Francisco Lindor. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Swings through that one. Singy, where are you on F1 racing? Are you a fan?
Haven't gotten there yet, but I will at some point.
Francisco Lindor, a big fan of F1 racing. His favorite driver is Lewis Hamilton. Oh, 2 now. Roll to short, possible 2 ball. There's one. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Well, he made the decision to try to take it himself at second and then throw for the double play over to first base. But good hustle down the line. You know, it's a toss-up to think if he flipped it, could they have gotten him? I think you just have to go with your conviction.
Ronnie Mauricio now at the plate as he swings through strike one. This one in the dirt. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Lindor over at second, 1 down. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Got him. 2 out.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
That's to third. And it gets by him. Lindor zipping around third.
Picks himself up an RBI. Takes an inside pitch and just fillets it over there to left field. And that's all he had to do is get something to the outfield grass to push that run across.
Rafael Ortega stands in. He swings and fouls one off. Here's your 1. Started after it. Appeal to third. And yes, he did. That's a swing, according to Kenny Jansen. Struck him out swinging. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now bottom of the second. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Spencer Torkelson. And the pitch. That's a strike. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
I think he was a little excited there, saw the fastball, but needed a step ladder to get to that one. He's going to have to tighten it back up if he wants to have a good at bat.
Bounce to the right side. McNeil gets it to first, and they get Torkelson for the out. And now up to hit, Miguel Cabrera. Enters the day third in the American League batting race. Bounced up the middle. Gathers and throws to first. And Cabrera is retired. Andy Ibanez up now for the Tigers. 1 for 4 in Sunday's game. And first offering is fouled off. That's out to center field. And there's a hit. And that keeps the inning going.
He was all over that one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And up next for Detroit, Parker Meadows. First offering misses the mark.
Counts 1-0.
There's a strike.
1-1.
The 1-1. And there's a foul ball. Righty to the plate. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. One left for Detroit. All set for the start of the inning. Omar Narvaez at the plate. And here comes. Bounced out to short. Ibanez zips it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Good fastball in on the hands, makes the swing a little defensive. Jammed him up right there.
Starling Marte up to hit. 0 for 1 so far. That misses the zone. Ball one. Marte, 34-year-old vet, and he was selected for the All-Star game last year. Next offering is in for a strike. Good eye in that spot. One down, base is empty. On the ground, right side. Marte retired.
The third baseman, number 13.
Here's Luis Guillorme. Struck out swinging his first time. On the ground, out to short. Throws across the diamond. And that is the third out of the inning. And the Mets go. And welcome back as we go to the last of the third. And now Ryan Kreidler. Senga back to work. Just off the inside edge. Kreidler getting to start at the hot corner in the 8th spot in today's lineup. And he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. And it's 1-1.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 1-2. That one the other way. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. So digging in, Matt Vierling.
The second baseman, Matt Vierling.
Good eye right there. And that is in for a strike. And it's 1-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Marte going after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out.
Right fielder,
and that
30.
quickly 2 away.
Kerry.
And next up for the Tigers, Kerry Carpenter. Led off the game with a strikeout. That misses. And that's ball 1. Just missed.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Right back to him on the mound. That's the third out, inning over. Shut down there, and it remains 1-0. Welcome back. John Shelby with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Brandon Nimmo. And a foul ball.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Next pitch misses, and the count is 1-1. Lifted in the air, out to left. Badu hauls it in, and there's one away.
The catcher, number 4.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets.
Alvarez.
He's 0 for 1. Liner, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Alvarez at first, one gone. Popped up left side. Great effort as he's able to haul it in. And there's two away.
Now batting, designated
Ronnie Mauricio now. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Up the middle. Tosses to first. That ends the frame. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Jake Rogers. The right-hander back to work. Just missed.
Well, certainly doing his very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt.
That pitch in for a strike. And 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. That one out to right. Marte moves under it. He's there. He's got it. One down. And stepping in is the speedy Akil Badu. Looked like it was a little bit up. Pitch misses there. 2 balls, no strikes.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Next one misses, and that's ball 3. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of his own.
Torkelson in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike. The pitch. And a good eye there.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here at a crucial spot. Kicks and fires. Towards first. Diving, and he can't make the play. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Now back to the designated
Miguel
hitter.
Cabrera up now for the Tigers. Grounded out to short in his first trip. There's a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And it's even up. Runners at first and second with one gone. The next pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That one's in there. It's 2-2. Ground ball could be two. Steps on the bag for one. And that's two. So one hit is all they get onto the top. Ready now for the fifth inning. Jeff McNeil stands in.
Jeff McNeil.
The line to kick the pitch. Chop to third. Sends it across the first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth. Rafael Ortega up now for the Mets. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Ground ball right side. Gets it to first. And the first two set down at the top of the fifth.
The first baseman.
Omar Narvaez up now for the Mets. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Foul ball. Strike two.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Next offering misses. And the count 1-2. On the ground to third. Whips it to first. And that'll do it. Offense held in check there. Back at Comerica Park. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now it's the shortstop, Andy Ibanez. The pitch. Just off the outside edge. And that's through there for a strike.
1-1.
Oh, and the zone doesn't get the call. And that's ball two. Out to short. Whips it across. And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth. And now Parker Meadows. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch misses for ball one. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. Right-hander kick steals. Comebacker to the mound. The throw to first. Home half of the fifth inning moving along. 2 quick outs. Ryan Kreidler getting ready to hit.
Ryan Kreidler.
That's in there. Strike 1.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, he gloves it to first. It's there, and that's a great play. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Back here in Detroit, all set for the top of the 6th. And now the right fielder, Starling Marte. First pitch, and he just misses. And now 2-0 as that one missed below the knees. Next pitch is outside. Ball 3. That clips the corner.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Started at the 3-1. Now a check. And down to first we go. And he held up.
Pretty easy walk. Right there, last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
On the ground, could be 2. Can't glove it cleanly. Here's Brandon Nimmo. The pitch.
Boom, that hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
They say you went. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in, he gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
Alvarez in the box now. Takes strike 1. Marte at second. Guillorme at first. 1 gone. And takes low for ball 1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Struck him out looking.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Lindor swings through it for strike 1.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 now. 2 outs. Got him. 3rd out. 2 left. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Matt Vierling. Senga back to work. And that's in for a strike.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Lindor. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. So the batting order turns over. And here's the Tiger leadoff man, Kerry Carpenter. First pitch just misses. Carpenter, 25 years old, and he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. And there's the strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. Left-hand batter waits. Fastball right back to the mound. 2 up, 2 down. And next to hit for Detroit, Jake Rogers. That just misses, and it's 1-0. On the ground, right side, McNeil. Over to first, and that is the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They still trail 1-0. And welcome back. Top of inning number 7. So now here's the Mets DH, Ronnie Mauricio. So the Tigers get a new arm from the pen, Bo Brisky.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Over to first, in time, nice stretch. And now here's Jeff McNeil, 1 for 2.
McNeil.
Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Check swing, he held up. And now it's even 1-1. Right-handed reliever. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 away.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it, and that way, if you're a little quick, the ball gets hit hard somewhere, and it's not foul.
Got it by him for the K. Mets. Back here at the ballpark, bottom of the 7th. Here's the left fielder, Akil Baddoo. Eddie Diaz. Up the middle. Tossed to Narvaez. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. That one fouled off. Next pitch is popped up. 2 away. Miguel Cabrera up now for the Tigers. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Tosses to first. That's the inning. In order go the Tigers. They're down 1-0. Ready to begin the 8th and stepping in for New York, Omar Narvaez. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
The wind of the pitch. This one popped up. Vierling on his way over. Puts it away for the out. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Starling Marte.
Starling Marte.
Good eye right there. Pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes to count.
No strike.
There's a strike. And now it's even up. Here comes the pitch. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Guillorme in the box now. No balls and a strike. Check swing, no appeal. Pitches in for a strike. 1 and 2.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job holding that deficit at 1.
On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Doing for the Mets. But they lead it 1-0. Welcome back. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Andy Ibanez.
The shortstop.
The pitch. And there's a ball.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Brooks Raley, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. The next offering misses, and the count is 2-0. Called strike right there.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
And that one is lifted in the air. Marte grabs it on the run. Parker Meadows up now for the Tigers. Now A.J. Hinch making a move for a pinch hitter. Zach McKinstry, 1 out, the base is empty for him. First pitch doesn't find the zone. That's through there for a strike. And a pitch. In the air, right field. Makes the catch. Out number 2. Digging in, Ryan. Kreidler. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Carson Kelly looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. First offering, and it just misses. In the air, right field. Marte really on his horse for it. Flashes the leather on the running catch. So remaining in the game defensively, Zach McKinstry. He entered as a pinch hitter, but this might get interesting. Not a position he's used to playing here. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Now playing third base.
And that is cut on and missed. 0-1.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Out to short. No play. That's an infield single. Man at first. So up next for New York, Francisco Alvarez. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. And the righty deals. That's a little bit low. Out towards right center field. McKinstry makes a move towards the gap. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Nimmo around third. Throw is offline, and he scores. It's 2-0. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Alvarez, the lone runner, stands at third with nobody out. Next offering is down low.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
The 1-2. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Kelly snags it on the run. And now it's going to be Ronnie Mauricio.
Ronnie Mauricio.
Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. Be a big pickup if he can push a run across.
Runner on at third, 1 gone. In for a strike, and it's 1-2. And a pitch. Caught him looking for the K.
Big strikeout right there, and that kind of takes the pressure off the defense a bit. Infield was in, so now they can move back, give themselves more time on a grounder to make a play. A lot more ways to work out of this and strand that runner at third now.
On the ground. Throw on to Torkelson. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they do get on the board in the inning on this run-scoring triple. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back at Comerica Park. Now here is
the second baseman.
Matt. The Tigers going with a pinch hitter, Nick Maton.
Number 9, Nick Maton.
The pitch.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
And the 1-0. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And that's in for a strike. Bounced up the middle. Fires over to first. And they get the leadoff man in the ninth. So the lineup flips over. Next to hit, Harry Carpenter. On the ground to first. He handles it himself, and they're down to their last out. So it's their last chance in this one. And up next for Detroit, Jake Rogers. On the ground to the left. On to first, ball game. And the Mets take game one of the series on the road.
Terrific job in this game. He scattered 2 hits and pretty dominant. Efficient with his pitch count. Got himself all the way to the finish line and finished what he started.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
Couple wins, couple deals. Took a hit for that feel. Now I got to tell how to picture what it feel. Even when you listen to yourself now.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious New York Mets, 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Tigers, no runs on only 2 hits, 2 errors, and they left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 23 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We